Welcome to Mort's Magical Wares, where the experience points are fake, but the magical potions are real. The clear, sweet ones give you confidence. Or was it in you? The way I've made my money. Folks, welcome. We have an excellent show today. We are a Dungeons & Dragons stream. We play every other Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, even though we're always a few minutes late. That's okay. We have most of our players today, and that's okay. We're still continuing on our Yellow Silk campaign. We have that Yellow Silk campaign, which is done in the world of Primeval Thule, which is this guy right here, written and developed by Sasquatch Games. And so shout out to those guys for making an awesome game to play in. Other than that, I think the only shout outs I think I've got, not really shout outs, but things to mention in terms of announcements is we have last Thursday I did my advice show guest appearance on It's Just a Summer Job on her Twitch channel. She does Off the Table, which is an advice show for DMs by DMs, and I talked about railroading. So go check her channel out and check out that video. The other thing that I did was after doing that advice show, I ended up finding a really awesome I don't want to call it a TV show, but it is a TV show because it streams on TV apparently. It's called Dank Dungeons. Dank Dungeons, which is on YouTube. Check it out. It's written and developed, I think, written by Lex Mandrake and Dan Ouellette. It's a hilarious Dungeons & Dragons game. Well, actually, no, they play in Dungeon World, if I recall correctly. And it was a great show. Like, the season 2 just premiered on September 29th. So go check out season 1, give them some subscriptions and whatever, support the guys. They have an awesome set and an awesome show. So kudos to those guys. That being said, we have a previously on. We're gonna find out what happened in the last episode, and then we're gonna bring in the players and see what happens to our guys. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Previously on Yellow Silk. The beast before you opens up his wings, and his things start to flutter, and suddenly the alleyway becomes extremely cold. As you see icicles just quickly move its way through the rest of the alleyway.
I produce a flaming sphere right on his back.
It sizzles his back a little bit, and as you're looking behind him, you see that he's got his long tail that's wrapping around his wings. It like actually sizzles his back where it joins the wings together.
And then I would pull back the knocked arrow that has the potion on it.
This entire time, you spent the whole day focusing on this. As you pull back, you knock your arrow, and the weight is a little off, but you feel inspired, and you let loose as it does direct in his chest, as the bottle splatters all over, it shatters, and on his chest is now this green goo. The other two creatures, the hooked horrors, now that they're been damaged, they wake up. You see them stretching out as these large hooks start to rise up in the air, and you hear off in the distance now screaming of just like everything's waking up at this moment. Like they made a stress signal. They set the alarm off, and now they are jumping down into the street and making their way closer to you guys. So is the goal that you guys are just going to peace out collectively?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we do hear a horde of other creatures. So
okay, so what are you guys going to do?
Just storm into
a random house?
Yeah, let's just...
All right.
Prison from that being, for home invasion, that's fine. Rather than being eaten.
All right, beyond you is 2 buildings, we'll say on the left and the right, and they have the stickers or the giant papers on them that said that this is from the temple. It basically says this building has been seized. And, entrance into this is illegal. You enter into a room. It seems to be completely empty, devoid of any life, devoid of any furniture. There's nothing in there, but you do see that there is.
Are there any windows?
There are a couple, but like there's not any light in here to kind of give you away immediately from the stairs that go down into the basement. So as you start going down there, everyone upstairs immediately hears all of the glass break in as these hooks reach in there and start ripping out a wall.
Oh my god!
As
deception did not work. All right, we pick down.
So I get to that door and it's locked?
Yeah. You pick it real quickly. As you do, the door opens, and you just get this foul stench. The lane before you looks to be what looks to have been or humanoid shaped. You see skeletons that are cracked at the ribs, split at the head, like just the bones are just like ripped open, and there's just like a pile of rotted flesh all around them.
Wait, he told us that they try to get out of dreamland, like through people. And saying that their ribs are like split open and stuff.
Oh, it's those
like
creatures.
these people were
kind of
victims of
dream.
They were
The
portals,
dream-
basically, but
Yeah.
mid portals.
What would a sewer look like in a basement?
It would be
Probably be a
Great.
manhole.
Like a man.
it would be
Right.
great so the water
Yeah.
can fall into it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw the sword on my back, and then pull out the crowbar in my bag,
Okay.
and just like jam it in and try and pry it up.
And it pops off like a little.
Embeds in the wall. I'm just like
Somebody-
on adrenaline right now, like popped up.
Somebody should go get that and replace it over our heads. So
Too late. Tembo's like jumping down the hole.
and Kira can't reach it.
You feel kind of like this aura of power nearby that you were kind of trained to find not too long ago with your mentor before he left.
Oh, okay.
But it goes off to the temple.
Remember the story about my mentor telling me about the portals that can be used for traveling around the world easily. I don't think that that's how they're bringing these things in, because they're bringing them through humans, but they can use it to move these things around the world.
Oh,
So they could,
it's kind of like
I-
dawning on Tembo now.
they can amass,
That's not good.
yeah, these creatures and move them anywhere in the world if they know how to use the portal.
Gentlemen,
These are symbols of the Seven Eyes Assassins.
here we go.
You guys are blown away.
really
I just got let in, aren't you?
No, no, no,
Yeah.
Because we don't before now we never believed them.
Kira to belong to. They're like, oh, you forgot the password. Come in anyway. It's okay.
You see beyond this table Akira, a man who you trained under, and he sees you immediately recognize.
Akira!
We came from Blacktail. We were looking for one of our friends.
Look at this thing.
Abducted.
Why didn't you send a message?
I didn't know you were here.
I vaguely remember telling you to contact us is to send a message by pigeon.
I'm not intelligent.
This is how you got in touch with Ariel. It was many times that you invaded those slavers.
Nothing is easy to the unwilling.
Knock that out, boy. Thought I beat that out of you. And
So not just us.
they welcome you with open arms and they say, you have a home here. We shall be able to support you in any way, of course, in helping you in your endeavor to find.
Can you just repeat that for everyone to hear in the room?
We got it. Okay. We got it.
And we're live. We have all the players except one person here. We have Arn, just Arn, Kira the Unseen, Gurrit the Ghost, Tembo the Thrice Guard, and we actually this time have nameplates for everybody. So anybody who's donating, anybody who's watching can actually know who's actually playing who.
All the crits right here.
Blue Jacket Guy, Blue Jacket Guy is Gurrit the Ghost.
Blue Jacket guy. Yeah. I should have said that. Blue Jacket guy.
Rodin the Green is the only one that's missing right now, and he's probably going to be played by me for the most part. Will be a background person, and we'll see what happens. We can get our remote person here on the big screen. Let's see if this works. Boom, chat. All right, you guys don't see it, but we see it. You can see him in full force. And
So if
next
we're, like,
time,
staring
next time
that
we see
direction,
him,
it's
he will
him.
be hopefully in front of a green screen. And then he will just be blended into the rest of the background like everybody else is. It'll be awesome.
Yep.
All right. So last time we played, we had joined the Seven Knives Assassins. Not really joined. We just kind of entered into their domain that they had underground in. We had entered underground in Imistral. I'm trying to think like a good location. I think they're probably like under the center, the town center. I think that's where we left off.
Just south of it.
Just south of the town center, which is basically a little bit closer towards the Tower Zal. And but aside from all that, you guys met Akira, who seems to be kind of like the leader of this like local coalition or local. I'm trying to think like what would be like a local guild be? A small part of a guild.
Chapter.
Chapter,
Yeah.
chapter of the Seven Knives Assassins. So we're off there, and we have an exchange with Kira and Akiro, and they say, yeah, well, welcome to this place. We'll basically they'll show you to some beds that you guys can stay in, and during that time, everybody gets up. Akiro gets up, and his bodyguards get up, and they kind of walk you to a place where there's some free beds. And during that moment, Akiro kind of just like takes Kira and says, maybe we should talk to the side for the moment. We need to catch up on some things.
Yes, what is it you need?
Yeah, so he takes you off to the corner, and he starts kind of. He did take all the tea. He still has all the tea. And so you guys, they show you to like several bunks, basically. And the way that this room is kind of laid out is that there is several like alcoves in this giant room, and I think it's like 2 stories. That's how deep underground this is. There's like 2 levels to this area, and you guys entered in on the 2nd level, so it goes down even further to where several other alcoves are at, and there's rooms where you can tell like there's crates of foodstuffs and weapons and stuff, like nothing that seems to be much different from what you guys have at the moment. But you could see that there is kind of like an arsenal ready to go, like if they needed to be up and ready to start kind of like a battle, they could do that. And so Kira and Akiro kind of both go off into a corner, and so they basically go off in the corner, and you can hear Akiro kind of whispering a little bit, but it's all stone on the inside, and it might have seemed like almost kind of purposeful, but his voice kind of carries throughout the rest of the building, the rest of the room, and you can hear like anybody who's like really focusing on it can really just hear the conversation to an extent, but you can tell like they're trying to just be a little bit personal, but he says, yeah. There seems to be a misunderstanding. You see,
I understand everything.
I'm afraid not this time. No. You see, when I first trained you, vaguely, I do remember teaching you the passwords, the ways of the Seven Knives Assassins, giving you lots of information. But being
And I'm proud to be one of the 7 Knives.
Let's just wait on that. Listen, there's a problem with the way that you see we have a membership. And like every membership, there is a cost, a weekly cost in this case. And I'm afraid you're overdue by once you joined. And I'm afraid
Kira literally.
you understand the membership comes at the cost. There is a gold cost to all of this to reap the benefits of the Seven Knives Assassins, of course. But you understand, my boss requires me to pay him for all the members, and he pays his boss, and that's the way that the guild works. So you are under my training, and I would like to think that instead of having to dispose of you, I would like for you to still maintain your membership. So, in recompense, I would like to think you can do a job for me. And if you complete this task, you could be a member of the guild, of course. And you could say that you could continue to reap the benefits of this one.
How much is my current debt to you?
At this point, I would think he pulls out a little notebook. He starts going through it, and thumbing through it a little bit, and he says,
Oh, look and read.
whatever the week that you owe, were probably about 13,230 gold. So we just kind of assumed that you were not a member of this organization. So to earn your title as a squall here at the...
Shut up, Tembo!
I told you.
So to earn your membership, I would like to think that you would take this task. You have a party that's more than willing to help you, I'm sure, as it is a very important task.
If at first you don't succeed, redefine success.
Actually seemed appropriate.
It almost made sense.
Yeah.
Almost.
I'm willing to do this for you because you are my student. I will be more than willing to help you in your aid and to aid you to find your friend. Of course. After that, I will require you to go to the town of Nim, off to the north east. And there seems to be a problem. We used to have quite a large organization in Nim. It's a big city. But there's a problem. Our leader that we put in that position has been removed. This is several years ago, of course. This is history for you. Another organization, the same one that is intruding on our land, our territory here, took over the town of Nim. And over the last few years, we've been slowly building up a presence there without them knowing. At least that's what we think. I would like you to go over there personally, dispose of the leader.
What is the name of the organization?
Pale Hand.
I've heard of that before.
Yes.
Do you know who the leader is?
Of course. The leader is simply a puppet, nothing much. The name of this person is Oren the Great.
That kind of sounds like Arn.
Oren.
I'm like washing my hands like fire. Just
Oren the Great was simply a puppet that was put into position by the Pale Hand simply by the power of vacuum after they disposed of our old leader. We already have a person ready to maneuver into position once you dispose of this. I'm giving you simply a few months to accomplish this task. It gives you enough time to understand the layout of the place, come up with the plan, and of course, do the deed.
And,
You personally.
and what from my brothers?
yeah. What do we get out of this?
It's like he's like,
I mean, we can hear it.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
not- so it's like talking across the cave. Oh, what do we get out of this?
he's just like, okay. We will compensate you greatly.
Like the
If
sound
that
of
is what
that.
they would like. As for you, you could become a member, and any earnings after that, you simply pay the fee and you maintain your membership to this organization.
What is the weekly cost to be a member?
And gold.
10 gold?
You know we're broke, right? Like, you can't afford that at the moment.
So if he's getting 13,000 gold worth of debt paid off, does that mean we each get 13,000 gold? That makes it. How much does that make us? If there's It's at least 50,000.
It sounds good.
To be fair, I'm not a member currently.
Oh, you're not?
I think
Is that so?
Here, here.
was he ever?
So, who was right here?
You have a bed tonight, do you not?
This is true.
I'll give you that.
You do have a bed.
But we'd also like some tea, please.
The town of Nim is it under the same spell as this town?
No, this is simply here. The
Good.
town of Nim.
This is not simply here.
Yeah, I'm right.
This goes all the way to Blacktail.
Interesting. I have not heard of the news yet. We've been having we've had our presence here for an extended time. It would seem that something's changed. If you're experiencing this all the way in Blacktail.
We ran into priests at a temple somewhere in between Mistral and Blacktail, performing some sort of ritual.
Interesting.
I'm looking around and I just say, this is ridiculous. And I walk over to them.
Oh, hey, wait.
Everybody just kind of
Hero, may I introduce Gert and
Class.
Timbo the Thrice Scarred. The ghost. It's the ghost.
The ghost.
And Arn, not to be confused
And
with Orin.
Or
he's not, aren't
definitely
not so
not me.
great.
or not so great. Okay.
And then
No,
Rodan.
It's a good distinction.
And then Rodan,
Are you self-deprecating?
the green.
No, the reason Are we assuming Teague is dead?
He said he'd help us find him.
So we're gonna go to Nim now?
No. We're gonna find Teague.
I did say I would help you find your friend. Dead or alive, I will help you. Now, I don't know if I'd be willing to help beyond the point of destruction of the priests as they make us the money. But I will help you find your friend, if that is all you care about.
Oh, I care about.
We accept.
Excellent. Then my men will come and help you. And you tell me what you need. You have a place to sleep here. And just know, failure to complete this task and abandoning your post results in our dire situation.
Failure of our task will result in our deaths.
Yeah,
That is
I think that's what he's
plan.
saying.
I think that's the normal for
Yeah.
everything around here. If we die. So, can
You
I...
won't need to kill us, we'll already be dead.
I will say this. We could speak more on the Pale Hand later. There is a history for them. You ask if the town is similar to the situation that's going on here. Pale Hand has gotten its name. They're a crew from the north. An organization of wizards, it seems.
Wizards.
Stealthy wizards. It is a thing.
Blending in with the crowds.
I think that they're beyond that. They own the town at this point. For the most part. I think that they've claimed their territory sufficiently. Rodan actually will perk up a little bit and say, Nim is where I... There's no way I could do
Good
it.
try.
No. He says that, Nim is the town that my mentor told me to go to help him find the forest, the Mistwild Forest, I think he said, where there's been something eating the life force of the forest.
And you're in tune with nature. Perhaps these wizards are the same.
Yes. And he
I just
says,
want to get paid.
we will be paid sufficient.
I just want to find Teague.
We will talk about details
I
that
just went to assassinate someone.
Oh my god.
assassinate you shall. If you need to rest, I will.
In all honesty, Timbo might be the one that kills him.
Wait, did you call him a psychopath?
He just wants to kill for the sake of killing.
Why do you?
To get paid.
Yeah.
For the exercise?
Yeah. The glory.
Oh, the glory. Before you go anywhere, Kira, can I get some of that tea? Give me some of that before you run off again.
How much am I in debt?
Oh gosh.
Brother, you know I'm broke.
Yeah. So we're gonna crash here.
But
yeah, it is morning. So,
Yeah, we have been up
you
all
guys
night.
short rested the night before. Sleeping could be an option if you
So,
wanted.
so
but-
is Akiro still standing in front of us?
yeah, I mean, we can
So-
say that
so
that
I-
scene ends and you
So
guys go to bed.
we would like to get some rest. Is it possible you'll have some information for us on Teague when we wake up, or do you need us to help in finding him?
I'm willing to help. This is your adventure after all.
Daytime.
he said to the camera, "This is your adventure."
Daytime's probably a better time for us to be moving around anyways,
Yeah, I know.
because if we
Yeah.
go
Okay.
out at night, we're gonna have to deal with a
That's
bunch
true.
of those hooked tours again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Alright.
thinking we just kind of like. Does anybody actually need to like long rest
I
or
guess not.
anything?
No.
When do you regain
think so.
stability die? Just for...
Short rest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Short rest
Are
is
you
fine.
good,
You good,
Arn?
Arn?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
I won't have luck, but that's
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we nap for a couple hours or something, and
Yeah, because like I said, it was just dawn at
Can we
this
just
point.
Yeah.
like chew the tea leaves? Let's sip a little bit and see. I just don't want to
I
deal
guess
with.
we could make a batch and kind of share it.
There you go.
That would be great.
How many bags did you
50?
do? I think it was 50.
No, you had 50.
What?
Yeah.
No, you had enough for 2 uses per person, so I guess that would imply.
No, but he stole a ton because we stole it all.
Did you steal it?
Yeah,
from
he
all
stole a
three?
ton. It was like 50 doses total.
where'd you steal them?
I don't believe this.
When we were back at the tower, and he went.
No, he got a whole bunch from there. He didn't steal them though.
Yeah, that's
I
what
could've
the
sworn he
guy
stole
actually
some.
gave it to you guys, and he gave you 2 doses per
Yeah, but
person.
Akiro, is there tea here?
Yeah,
What
with
is
how-
tea? Yes.
Where can we find tea?
Here we go.
We will make you a batch this time. It's
Excellent.
just add it to his debt.
Tab. His tab. Add it to the tab. That'll be fun.
Okay.
I don't care what they say about you. You're a nice guy.
Okay. So what do we want to do?
Short rest.
Okay, so we short rest for a little
All right.
while.
We're gonna drink tea and then short rest.
Yes, the order must be clear. Because I don't want to deal with the Beetlejuice monsters.
Yeah.
After a few hours of sleeping, you wake up just to relax and stuff, and would say it's probably a little past noon at this point. And you see a commotion coming through the doors of the entrance of people kind of rushing out, and then you can hear, "Well, bring her in. We'll take care of her inside." And that's the moment you guys wake up, and you kind of look into just kind of a startle as people are kind of rushing to the door to help pick someone up. A very large person, a woman in fact, as they're bringing her and dragging her in kind of. And they walk downstairs and they put her into what seems to be an infirmary. At that point, you guys kind of walk out and put your hands on the railing and look over, and you see that they're carrying someone very familiar
To who?
to you guys.
Oh, is it that one person from Nappy's?
It's Xiao.
Yeah.
Xiao, who's
So they are here.
multiple stab wounds and bleeding and unconscious at the moment. Coming in as they drag her into the infirmary.
Rush down there.
And you see she's in a lot of pain. But like I said, she's unconscious, and a lot. They seem to have healers at that point, and they're trying to do their work, trying to give some poultices, and trying to wrap up the wounds a little bit. But
I look for Rodan immediately. Is he there?
Yeah, Rodan's
Okay.
Rodan's there. Rodan can go down there and try to help heal as well. But she's in like terrible condition at this point and crashed out.
Do we see any of the other people from that? crew?
You ask that, and like the crowd's like, she's the only one that showed up.
Where did you find her?
She came to us. She is a member to this organization.
Guess she pays her dues.
I didn't know every member.
Is it because you weren't one?
A blind person who sees is better than a
Yeah.
seeing person who is blind.
Is she being stabilized at all?
Yeah.
She's being stabilized,
Okay,
but
okay.
I would say she is stabilized, but she is unconscious at the moment. But she's out for the count for the time being. And as you guys kind of ask for more information, they just tell you like she came to us in this condition. It seems like she had been coming for a long while. We have some guys to come track. We only have her blood trail to follow.
Yeah, I was gonna
through.
say maybe we could look at her blood trail.
All right.
Yeah. You guys just
Survival that up.
Yeah, you wanna
Oh yeah.
First
that's right.
roll of the
All right.
night.
Yeah.
let us do it. Hold on.
Take a dip.
My
taste it,
switchboard
make sure
is
it's
asleep right now.
Is
Alright,
this
there we go.
Really hurt.
Boom. Oh look, and the names are right there too.
Oh, nice.
That's not on purpose. So give me a survival check. If you guys immediately pack up, start running out the door to immediately try to find where she came from. And that is a 11 plus
It's 16.
16. I guess I should have some dice here. All right. You see that there's a clear track. The blood trail that kind of comes from the temple's direction.
Is there anything else? Any other evidence of anything besides her blood trail?
You see that there's been basically like a moment where she had been mostly just dragging herself through the streets for a long time. You could tell it took her a long time to get to that point, but she might have been injured like really long late in the night, and had just been working her way through. But you guys follow through the trail, and it takes about an hour to do so. And you do find that the trail starts.
Where?
Yeah.
At this big building that's crushed and destroyed.
And so you see that there's actually there's the building that is literally in crumbles and like shattered, just destroyed, brought down. And you see that there are several buildings as you guys are traveling through the streets. There are actually several buildings that are just kind of ripped open and ripped apart, and there's even parts of the road where there's parts of the sewer exposed where they've also just been ripped up.
So, did her wounds look like they came from the ends of those creatures?
Yeah,
Look like
you
biological
would think they were
wounds,
just
rather
like
than
hooks
knives.
that went in and then pulled out.
So
Yeah.
she got majorly effed up by the
Maybe she escaped from some
Yeah.
prison. So to where are they going? Where's the start of it? From the temple itself?
Yeah, it looks like it's not actually up to the. We won't say it's up to the warehouse. It's probably nearby, and you get to a point where it looks like there was a struggle. We'll say it's probably like a couple hundred yards off of where the warehouse is actually at, and there's like I believe the way we described it in the past was there was a crossroads, and you guys were coming down one direction. You'd have to take a right to go down the street to eventually see the temple. And it looks like right in that crossroads there was a big struggle, and you see that there's other blood that doesn't seem to be human blood either.
Is there evidence of the stuff?
There's
that they dealt
evidence
with?
of just like a big fight, and there's a lot of blood in this location, more than just like what one human would suffer.
Are there any other like tracks leading away from this place that
You see
Anything
like
indicating
where people might have tried to run away, and you could see like where like footprints of blood kind of goes, and then it's just gone.
Have that option. Arn, you
Yep.
still have the staff, the rod.
Yes.
Doesn't it shine when it shows where the beast was?
It shows to where large creatures are at. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it went for that, with the one that was.
It wasn't that specific. I think the way he described it was to where large winged creatures. That's what he was able to attune it to,
okay.
not to the specific creature. The goal was to
Splash the
mark
stuff,
it
yeah.
so that he could figure out the specific creatures.
I'll just remember we have that, so in case we have to deal with that. All right, I guess
Had
the
it
only
on my
option we have
chest.
then is to track the blood that's going off the other direction.
Okay. Like I said, so
so it looks like it just kind of stops
it's
like
like,
something was
there
picked
are
up?
there's like we'll say 1, 2. Give me a survival or an investigation check.
That's not very good. That's a 6.
No, was it? I already missed it. Yeah, we could just do a group investigation if you guys want. So I'm imagining like all of you guys are looking.
He does it.
Oh, we are definitely not Columbo.
I'm just like, what? Look at these buildings. My gosh, it's amazing.
You're looking around. I mean, everybody's like, you're frantic at the moment. You're feeling kind of like panicked, and
Not really.
you're looking, but you're not seeing. But it's obvious. You couldn't make out if the footprints continue on or if they just stop, but it looks like they just kind of end, kind of right outside of the battle scene, and you
Makes
can't
no
really make
sense.
Are there priests walking around trying to do stuff about the crushed buildings or anything?
Are we
yeah,
just looking down at the temple in its full glory, in its golden yellow colors. You see kind of like a procession going on. There seems to be a few hundred of them out there.
Priests?
Yes, all robed, and someone is out there kind of speaking to them. It's not immediately audible at your point right there, but it looks like there's kind of like a procession or some kind of meeting going on.
We'll try and figure out what they're saying.
Well, so the trail is cold then. We have nothing to help with. So.
You know that there was a battle here, though, and there were several
What kind
people
of
involved.
cover is there closer to the meeting that's happening?
You have the warehouses, but remember those were probably 100 yards off. There might be, we'll say there's a few trees kind of in between the temple. There's like a big courtyard where they're all kind of standing, so you might be able to get close enough. But they're all just kind of like laid out, or kind of standing in kind of like a semicircle around.
Does it sound like?
Presentation.
I mean, could we notice that like the person is really like projecting their voice?
Yeah, you might be able to get close enough to hear it. Sure.
Your lead, Kira.
I shall. So I kind of tell the group to like walk as far as we can until we need to like actually start to be stealthy, like we might get noticed,
Okay.
and then I'll have the group just sit and wait, and I will try to approach as
Okay.
stealthily as
So
possible.
you guys gonna give off? Give me a stealth check.
That
That's quite
is
good.
a 28.
Okay.
Where did he go?
I'll be right back.
Goes
I'll be right
underfoot.
back, guys. Stay here. I'll find out what they're talking about.
So we all got to take a drink. Tim was the only one that missed out. So you guys kind of go off into the rubble, hiding off in the corner, kind of out of sight. And yeah, you start kind of making your way closer and closer to the area. You got excellent sneaking use.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. So you start kind of sneaking towards it. You walk down the alleyway between a wall and the warehouse, and you can see where they've patched in a hole. It's a hole in the patch where you guys
Oh, yeah.
basically knocked it out. And so you start sneaking through, and you know that you're kind of in the shadows, and you feel very confident in your ability to just be hidden away, almost like unseen. And
Old enough to it.
you start to get closer to the group, and there's a tree kind of behind everybody, and you kind of get up into the tree, and you small enough that not even the speaker, who's kind of up on a stand, could even see, because there's a lot of people between you and them. And so you see that they're all just kind of standing there. You're almost like 20 feet away from the people, and you can make out their robes. They're dark black, and they have a lot of yellow embroidery all over it, and there's a lot of designs and inlays and stuff like that. And it brightly shines kind of like yellow, and like I said, there's just symbols kind of marking different ranks, what it looks like. And you hear immediately from the two people in the back, there's kind of like, I can't believe this guy. He broke into the building. These guys are crazy. And they're just kind of like, just talking as this leader is giving a message.
What are they speaking?
Just common. And off in the distance, give me say a perception check. Dang,
That
dude.
is a
Dang, dude.
It's the character of the
28.
night.
For perception? I thought perception was bad for you.
No, investigation.
Oh, investigation, that's right.
He's like, damn, no, I mean
Wait,
investigation
yeah, wait,
check.
dang.
You're not supposed to pass.
Now I gotta think about what I'm gonna say.
Great part.
Alright, so you can hear pretty clearly what the actual person who's giving the procession is, and it starts off, these 5 have been in our town for too long. We know each and every one of them. And at this point, Master is charged with finding, searching. Each of your, man, I want to say group leader.
And
That's
clicks.
Each of your group leaders will give you an image. It will show you what each of these have been identified to look like, their different abilities, things to watch out for. But I think the bait will be set very soon once they realize who we have. It would appear that we own, or in our possession, much of their family. But before we do too much to them, we will find them and give them their proper deaths. You can hear kind of a murmur throughout the crowd, and he say, "These are the same ones. Remember." It seems like they're almost like they're kind of protesting, like they don't want to go out and kill these people. You know, like they weren't fully on board. But he says, "Remember, these are the same people that killed 5 of our very own. They're savages. And a nuisance that must be stopped. They threaten our very existence and threaten the existence of our master, who has worked so hard to get where we're at right now. Keep your eye on the prize, and remember, glory awaits us in the afterlife, where we will be forever one with the great." And then they all kind of cheer off. And
Even the 2 guys that were like complaining.
and these
about
two guys are kind of like, they know they have to kind of like give a some kind of whoop to everybody else, and so
Yeah.
he says, "Now, we will discuss with the group leaders the details with Cyric himself. He's busy, as you no doubt understand. Our master is in town today and will be for the remainder of the week. But please, no entering the temple." And then he continues to kind of give a conversation about like details on how to set up, where everyone's going to be assigned and where they got to kind of go to get these images of the people that they're supposed to look for.
So, in the interest of time, I'm going to assume that Kira does as much as he can to vividly know where each of these groups are, because Kira assumes we are the 5 that they're looking for.
Yeah, sure.
So
Probably good.
So you don't have to
assumption.
give me all the details, but let's just say Kira has somewhat of a visual map.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's do this instead.
Did Nathy bring 5 people with him?
Let us do a.
It'd be pretty ironic if it was the...
I'm guessing that
We found them.
I would say perception. We'll do perception. We'll see just how well. Okay.
That's a 23.
Yeah.
24.
That's fine.
24.
Well, we'll say you remember pretty well like, what the organization of every little group is going to look like, and they kind of split off. And,
So I am curious, like, where do they go?
yeah,
they don't
so
go to the
you can see
temple,
that
where
like
do
by the temple is right here in the center of this courtyard, and you can see the warehouses are behind you, kind of where you came from. And all around, you can see that there are golden buildings, and it looks like there's barracks that were they're multi-level, multi-story, and they each kind of go off into their little own hovel or whatever you would call them, townhouse or something. and they kind of go off, and you can see that there's clear distinction of someone who has a lot of embroidery to signify, a leader of a small little group takes off their I wouldn't say mini priests. Like what's a priest underling?
Acolyte?
A bishop.
Acolyte. Yeah, we'll say acolytes. And so these acolytes kind of follow after them, and you can say they just only got like one symbol on their shoulder. They kind of go off after their leaders into each of these little organizations, into their buildings.
So, okay, so I'm going to like kind of scurry back to the group,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say, so they're actually looking for us. I'm almost certain about it. That whole meeting was to try to assemble groups to plant around the city and lay traps to find the 5 that killed their 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And Gert can count pretty well. He seems to agree. So I'm actually concerned that we are exposing ourselves just being out in public. I wonder if we can get disguises.
That's probably a good idea. Did they say anything else?
Yes.
Yes. Cue cards.
They said no one is to enter the temple because the master is there.
Sarek.
I don't know if it's Surik or the Crawling Chaos, to be honest.
Did they say anything else?
I have all the information. When I wrote everything down, what did I forget?
That they have our family?
Oh, I did forget about that. I was
Kind of
actually
an important
processing
piece.
the. I was processing the 5 piece before I realized.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were talking about us at first. To be honest. They have our families,
What?
but we don't have any family other than us. Who could they possibly have?
What are you?
What?
A sister of ours was lying bloodied back at your.
They might have Nathy. The
Oh, she
one
was from
guy said
Blacktown?
that like Crenshaw might be in town. Like it sounds like there was actually truth to this.
All's well that ends well.
Oh my god. Well, this is gonna end with everyone
Wait,
dead.
wait,
It
wait,
sounds
wait.
like.
But you said Sarek's in the temple.
But we cannot. We
Get rid of Sarek, and then what are the priests gonna do?
cannot. We cannot disrupt the priests
Why?
They're searching the city for us. They're
Why
not
not?
gonna search the temple.
because then we hurt the sell of the black milk for the 7 knives.
I really don't care.
family.
Yeah, if they've got people from our village, then that's a little bit more important than some thieves that want you to pay them lots and lots of gold.
13,000 gold.
Yeah,
What do you get in return for this?
he doesn't even know.
There's no value to do anything for these people.
Don't you know what I do?
No, we don't. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and kill some people and get our family back.
We should talk to Akira first.
That's an hour back.
Well, it probably
we
wouldn't
can't
take us that long to
We
get
cannot
back.
storm the temple.
Are the priests dispersing, or are they?
Yeah, they've gone to their own like individual buildings, so they start doing the planning at that point. That's what it
We
is.
have.
Let's get out of here. Let's at least get some cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still hidden. I was like,
We're arguing in the
We're
middle
in
of
like
the
an
street.
alleyway, I think. Door. Yeah, I mean, they said don't go in, and they all left. It's probably a good idea to go in right now.
yes.
It's like the best time. It's daylight.
They'll
the
never
monsters
expect it.
are around.
Who's the oldest in the group?
I am.
Demo.
There we go. Decision made.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think we should go and at least like see what's going on over there.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do? How do you guys want to do it?
We have to approach as stealthy as possible, given the lack of cover and broad
Stealth.
daylight.
Stealth is no problem for me.
I mean,
For all of us.
well,
I'm
they
aware.
all went inside. Like, is anybody in the
It
center?
looks
right
like
now?
it looks like at this point everything's kind of cleared out.
So after the killing of the 3 priests, we have no priests clothing. We have no way to go to a priest's clothing emporium.
Wait, how many people went into each of the buildings?
Would it be a group of 5 that we saw?
No, I think they're larger than that,
We're-
right? There was a couple hundred, and let's just say there's probably about, let's say like 20 per house. Because like I said, they are townhouses. They're
And they'll make
multi-level.
noise. They'll call more of them. But if we isolate them to a doorway, we could probably take out a good number.
What do these houses look like?
Two of the priests were very disgruntled about the destruction of the buildings when they were trying to find us. So we might be able to
Why
convince
don't we
them.
destroy more buildings?
Because we rolled really well.
All right.
We might be able to convince some of those priests to just do the deed for us or help us.
Oh, you think they don't care for their
They,
master?
They were very upset about. They were basically saying their master was crazy.
Were they really that upset?
Do you remember the ones that were upset and where they went?
No.
This doesn't help
Wait,
us.
so now we have to go talk to like 100 of them?
Yes, let's
Oh.
interview every priest.
By the way, are you happy with your job and your boss? What would you rate them out of 5 stars?
I'm not an intelligent man. I'm just offering information. Actually, none of us are very smart.
Let's use the resources we have. Let's go back to Akiro and talk to him about the situation. If anything, we can get into the temple through the sewers. That's probably the easiest way, right? Even if
Look
it
at
is
this
gonna do it.
genius over here. All right.
Like just kind of fade back.
All right.
All right, let's go back.
So the decision is to go back. We're gonna
Fine.
slowly start walking.
Put the sword back.
Yeah. I mean, I think it happens uneventfully. And
No,
so
I
the
mean,
roll
two
sense.
guys jump out.
no, I mean it didn't happen uneventfully. No. You don't know what I'm rolling for.
We don't. We really don't.
Yeah. You guys make it back, and you're able to get through the door. You can claim the password, and
I don't know the password.
MacGuffin's the
yeah,
password.
what would the password be? We can make this canon right now because you should know the password because you would have learned it early on, and he probably would have said it
Here
to
it is,
you.
the best. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a horrible password.
Saves my life.
I don't know what the password would be, to be honest.
You want me to make one up for you?
Sure.
All right. The password is the password is. I watched too much Jimmy Fallon. Password would be Ilkiara.
Ilkiara.
Yeah, I would have never thought of that.
It is the name of one of the original founders of the Seven Knives.
Hmm.
Ooh, we're getting some Seven Knives Guild trivia here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just made this up.
Well, it's canon now.
It's kind of now. Yeah. So we'll say you guys make it back, and at this point, Shiel is kind of come to at this, and you can see that Akiro has been kind of watching over a little bit. You can see that they were talking by the time you kind of reach their point, and Hiro says, "There is great news and bad news. What is what you'd like to hear first?"
Bad
The great news.
The great
or
news.
great?
Great, not great.
Great news.
The great news is your friend is alive, as you can see.
That is great news.
The bad news is your other friends are not in a good condition. They did come looking, but not for you. They're looking for something else.
What other friends?
Oh my god.
You're,
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. What are you talking about?
Nathy and the other people in
Yes.
the
I thought they
in
weren't
his
here
crew.
yet.
What?
I thought they weren't here yet.
Oh, that's who had the battle. That's who had the
No,
scuffle.
remember the guard came and told us that
Yep.
he was looking for us?
He described Nathy and
Like said
crew.
his name?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my
I'll take
gosh.
your word for it.
No, that was the last couple sessions. So, wait a minute. So he found Teague? Or did not? He did or did not find Teague?
He did not. No, he didn't say he did. But he did say, and he says, there is some people out there looking at the moment. We have some ideas. Where do they keep the kidnapped bees? And we figured they're actually in the warehouses near the temple.
Yeah, we've been there. That didn't go so well.
It's better to reach it through underground. We found.
We didn't try that.
The sewers do connect many of the buildings, and we typically do not go over there, as there are, as you would expect, creatures.
So my brother and I are concerned that they're trying to take our families out of Blacktail and kill them or punish them for some of the deeds that we may have allegedly been involved in throughout the town.
I understand.
So we need to storm the temple and kill the master.
I understand. Why?
Temple?
Well, they want to kill us and our family, so
Why don't we just work on getting your family?
Because they stole them in the night with large flying creatures. How
And
do
they
you
sh-
stop that?
and they should be punished.
Sure, that too.
Okay. I can understand revenge. It is a good motivation.
If we can secretly assassinate the master, perhaps they'll put another priest in power that won't care about our families anymore, and
Yes.
we can still earn black milk.
Yes.
Fun.
Or someone you trust. Do you have any of the priests on your payroll?
They're incorruptible.
Did we say that?
Kira's made
I
them
did
sound
hear
pretty
over a
corruptible.
couple of priests that were kind of upset about the destruction in the town caused by one of these flying creatures going after some misfits. That may or may not have been us as well.
Says, come, let Shiel rest for the moment. You can talk to her in a little bit. It'll show you to somebody. And they go off to another room where it looks to be kind of just like just an alcove where there's like a lot of reagents and potions and things like that on the shelves and stuff. And, or not really potions, but just like clay jars of whatever liquids and stuff. And he says, I shall introduce you to one of our greatest healers. Her name is Knett. And she's a human woman, female that, you know, is dark-skinned and has a lot of kind of weak build, but probably middle-aged, I would say. And put on some lighter music. And so there's no crickets and birds in here. She says, what can I help you with, Akiro? He says, I need you to tell them what we've seen from the cultists, priests, whatever you call them. The reactions when we've captured them. Because we've done extensive research. We've indeed tried to capture a few of them to see if we can have insight into their operations at one point. It would seem that they have some type of control. Or lack of control, we've seen. There's still a part of them that can indeed be interacted with, but we've seen that moment's time can be just called to immediately do whatever bidding their master requires. They're still human, we think. There's still human attributes to them and their personalities every once in a while, but once they become a member, it seems like they kind of give a part of themselves up to follow some greater order. We've had to kill the ones we've captured. If you do not let them do the job that they're supposed to, they slowly go insane. And all of the people we've captured have gone mad. So I do feel like they can be probably corrupted in a moment's time, but you only get that, maybe. But I think that once they realize what they give up, they realize their mistake, and they can't get out of it. They're forced to kneel when the presence of their master comes. They're forced to do many things. We could try if we needed to interact with them. It's a long shot.
Perhaps we should just assassinate him ourselves.
Kind of
This is the
sounds
way.
like my plan of killing them is the best.
Killing just the master? Or all
Well, everybody else
200
that gets in
priests?
our way. I mean,
I'm sure there's spoils in the temple to make it worthwhile that the priests are.
those buildings look like they're made of gold.
Akira says, yes, I like the idea of us putting in our own, but I'm afraid you see, like many people around here, they follow after religions and organizations blindly. There is not much. We serve a purpose of money. And that is a tangible thing, my friend. However, I will say what is tangible. These priests, the things they do, the things they follow. There is a real master, and it is not Sirik. There is someone who drives Sirik into the insanity that man has. I will say he is a puppet. There is not much left to him. I've seen him personally. Actual master. He comes every once in a while. We've not seen him. It seems his presence, however, is felt when he is in it.
Is he called the Crawling Chaos?
Not heard that name.
It would make sense.
Would, but there might be,
Layers of masters.
layers in between there. Who knows?
All we do know is the family is stuck in a place they know about that we can get to through the sewers. So we should start going.
Yes.
I say we call Blacktail a loss, reap the benefits of the 7 knives, collect all the money, and live like kings.
Do you want to hit him? Or do you want me to?
Yeah, like I just punch him in the face. Like I'm not even gonna.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah, I will. You want me to? I'm literally gonna punch you in the face for that.
He will murder you in one round. He will murder you, literally.
I hide.
Behind me. You deserve it.
We just have like a scene where you guys are just running around. You're hiding behind Gurrit.
Yeah.
It's just-
So no to that plan, I'm assuming.
What the hell are you thinking? Family is everything.
They wanted to charge you 13,000 gold to have been in a club that you haven't been a part of.
I just want to be in the 7 knives.
Is that more important than your family? The ones that you've grown up with
My
and
family-
lived with for as long as you remember?
My family is right here.
The people that didn't even care about you, that want you to pay them?
No, you guys.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, maybe
We're good.
Maybe
Okay.
we hit him hard enough.
Yeah.
But look, your arm's tearing up with what you've been saying.
He's actually
No, he's
coming up.
probably just thinking about
Ed is gone. He's never coming back.
That's,
Don't say that. You don't know
we
that.
said don't bring it back up.
Gotta put a hand on his shoulder. It's okay. We'll find him one day. Alright, let's go talk to Shihal and see if she knows what happened to the Nathi and the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
If she can help
If
us.
she's seen Crenshaw.
Yeah.
She's kind of vaguely kind of available. You can tell they've been giving her the tea, so that way she doesn't, when in her unconscious state, really
Get
affect
worse.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's already kind of like ragged as it is, but you can see that they've done a lot of work in healing some of the wounds that she's gotten. And Shiel, from the last time we described her, she's a very large woman. She's we described her as the one of the barbarians from Futurama with the snoo
Yeah.
she's very big, very tall. Like, actually, I think a more appropriate is, and I don't even know because I don't watch the show. Forgive me, audience. Game of Thrones, the super tall, short
Brienne
hair.
of
Tarth.
So very much like that. That's how I imagined. And so,
But she's a badass fighter, though.
She's a badass. And Shiel is very much shown that throughout growing up and stuff. And so she, to see her in this weakened state is kind of like a
Unnerving.
yeah. And so she says, "I'm afraid surprised to find you in this area. We came here first. Didn't see you, so
Why are you here?
we went searching. Some of us did.
For what?
For you. After a few days, you didn't return. We figured you had been lost somewhere in the forest. We searched and realized that the pyramid that Merrick had described was not there. And then we found your tracks.
Did you find a donkey?
Arn's like,
Like praying over
All
there?
right, go stand over there for a second.
We got the 100.
Okay.
What is a fair percentage? Like 50-50?
50-50, really.
I'd say
Yeah.
50-50, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a 50 shot.
I don't know if Ed had a 50-50 shot of being in the wild forest.
Not after those cats,
The-
right?
Yeah.
She says, we did. Ed.
Ed's body or
Ed's
Ed?
He was alive.
Oh,
She says, yeah, Ed was fine. He found him in an alcove. That's how we knew we were on the right track.
you're a smart boy.
But,
I don't know if Ed would be happy with Arn. I mean, he told him to get
Yeah.
lost.
You
and
know, he's got
Yeah.
that blind devotion.
yeah, I mean, Ed though, is
sort of like
is
a
a
loyal
donkey.
like a loyal
after all.
dog.
Stubbornly
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
their
he's
own
a donkey,
demise.
but he was there. He was surviving, and so Shiel says, yeah, it seems. Hey, what up, total Shrip 65? What's going on, dude? So Ed is fine. It's not the big deal. A few of us had. I don't know why I'm rushing. So there's too many voices in my head right now.
Get your voices straight, man.
So she says, we followed the trail, and at the same time, Captain Highbald and Crenshaw, Nathy, Alkesh, they all took the Shoal Blade to come searching. They figured we came here. We split the party. We both met up afterwards, and we got lucky that we ended up meeting up. Okay, I'm sorry. Because it's too tired. She says that, yeah, we got lucky that we met up when we did. We met at the Western Docks and heard that there had been a group of people kind of going in and out. 5 people. We asked some of the guards, and they did recommend, say that you guys were in town. We've been searching for you. We got wind that you guys were went over to the temple after we talked to the people in the Spire of Zal. It just didn't seem fruitful, because when we followed in the night, we tried to catch up. Something happened though. There was the creatures all just kind of went crazy, and
That'll happen in this city.
yes, we've been experiencing a lot of weird things here, but I can't possibly understand any of it. But we came here afterwards. I came here afterwards. It was a battle with these creatures that I've never seen in my life before. Alkesh was not doing well, and Nethi managed to, I thought, kill one of these hooked creatures single-handedly.
Nathi was able to do it.
We didn't try.
You sure
Really?
did try.
This is what
Hey.
you're gonna bring up now?
I killed that one thing.
You attempted to kill one.
No, I killed that dream thing.
Triel, continue, please.
So
Sorry.
it seems that Crenshaw was with us. Crenshaw figured there was some commotion down there. He thought he heard you guys fighting and continued to run, but these winged creatures picked us up. Little Shrift 65, thanks for following, dude. Hope you enjoy the show. Come hang out, man. So they don't they just disappeared. They were picked up,
They took him?
blown off into the night. There was a man standing before us. Paul, remember him very clearly. Tall, kind of a deep voice when he spoke. And he's bald. Crenshaw seemed to recognize.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where's Crenshaw now?
Taken by a creature.
Which direction did the
He's
creatures
dead.
fly?
They flew off into the sky. But the man spoke. I think he intends to keep them and use them as bait to find you.
Oh, and they'll find us.
Yeah, I think that's gonna work.
I think, don't know. I feel like we're overwhelmed at this point.
Well,
It's a good thing we have the 7 Knives assassins to help us.
well, you rest. And we're gonna deal with this.
It's better than sleeping on the streets. With no tea.
Let's get everything together and I think we should head out.
Yep.
Okay. What do you guys want to do next?
I would query Akiro to try to understand if there's any markings that will help us
Mm-hmm.
to know the direction of the tunnel, directions within the sewers to the temple.
Would he spare any scouts to help us?
Yes, we can do that. We can spare some scouts to help guide you through the tunnels to get you to the temple.
Would you spare any fighters to help us?
I believe we can. They come out and they're wearing blue. And they said, here's some red
But
shirts
they're
for you
colorblind.
guys.
Damn it!
It'll help hide you in the night. They don't like red.
Mort twist. Damn it.
So do we have your permission to kill Cyric or his master?
I will have my plan ready in place. And we will try to put someone in place of Cyric, but I don't know why I'm talking like that.
Because Kira talks.
I'll tell you why. I'm out of drink and I need something to drink.
We can do a break.
How many fighters did we get assigned?
We'll say, I'll roll it for it. 1.
15. Yes.
Alright.
And I'll die in one
That
blast.
seems unfair.
Damn.
You guys got 2 scouts and 4 fighters.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. And so, and there's a whole bunch of rules and stuff on how, like, followers happen in Primeval Thule, but I didn't read that section, to be honest,
Yeah,
right
that
now.
seems like a lot of
And
bookwork
it's just
reading.
like a lot of management and stuff like that that don't really matter. We could just kind of hand wave, see what they do, and help what they help you and all that stuff. So, the scouts, they take you directly into the sewers. There's an access from this location, and you kind of have to go through this like cavern to get to it. It looks like they cut a hole into or a false door from the what do we call it, the sewage walls. And they push it out, they walk out, and they close it back up, and it almost looks like perfectly back into place of where like this wall is supposed to be at, and it's marked. It's got like a mark that says like safe house or something like that on there. And so They lead you down the sewers, and quickly put you basically right in line to where you guys were at before, where you came in from the crumbled building.
Mhm.
You eventually recognize that that's where you're actually coming from, going through, and you end up at a large crossroads. And one of the scouts that goes out there comes back. You know, he's probably like 60 feet up, and then eventually comes back and is, this is the place. I think we found everything.
Is this one of the warehouses, or is this the temple?
So, straight ahead is where the temple goes. This is where we've investigated before, but there's problems with the location itself. It opens up. It seems like it's man-made opening. There's a large hole into the temple through that location, and that is where some of the creatures go. We've seen. To the left and to the right, both go off into the two warehouses. Those kind of break off. There's some walls that seem to have been removed, and goes off into an even larger hole that goes deeper underground. We assume that is where they keep them.
Do you know if our family was in one versus the other?
We can't tell which one. I think further investigation on your part, but we can continue to scout, maybe split or whatever.
Maybe we go into one, they go in the other.
Which?
Or
I mean-
we could go together too. There are large creatures here.
Let's kill the master. Find the families after.
Okay. Let's do that.
Straight ahead.
Yeah.
Finally,
Towards
they
it.
listened to me.
You did
Well, yeah,
put
I
them in this situation, I think.
No, I said let Blacktail fall and
Don't remind us.
What'd you say?
Re-education coming.
So you guys continue forward, and
you know I have an inferiority complex, right?
Not that short. It's okay.
I'm not short.
He literally is.
He towers over mushrooms and moss on the ground. And ants. He's definitely taller than ants.
you see an opening, kind of like they described, where the sewage kind of continues on, and then the water that's running just falls off, and you just hear kind of like a stream of water that just continues to go down and down and down. It gets very dark, but you can see that there's actually been like this man-made bridge that kind of goes around the side of the wall. And one of the scouts says, we've never been here. We've never come to this location before. He says, I guess we continue this way. There's no other way around. He takes a few steps on the bridge. It seems pretty sturdy. And
Scout.
seems pretty sturdy, but
Collateral damage.
yeah. And so he continues on a little bit, and we see it goes around this thick, and I would say the sewage is probably, or this giant hole is about 30 feet in diameter, all the way around, and so it's just a big hole, and you can just feel like this wind kind of blowing upward a little bit, and it's just completely black. And you
Is it dirt or is it like a cistern? Does it have bricks like lining the whole
no,
thing?
it
Or
looks
is
like
own
it's just
thing?
dirt. Like it used
Okay.
to be a road that went straight, and then like became a
Like a
hole.
sinkhole kind of thing.
Yeah, like a big sinkhole basically. And you look up, and I would assume some people have some torches and stuff. And you look down, and you
Right.
don't see anything, but you do see these moats, black moats, kind of everywhere. It was kind of
This is what we saw in the warehouse.
And
Yeah.
the temple.
Yeah.
And so you look up a little bit, and you do see the temple. You can hear kind of music kind of playing up there, and it seems like there's probably no life up there that you can tell immediately, but you know that there is a hole that goes right into the middle of the temple, it looks like, and you can see just from briefly through the moats like a beautiful building, a beautiful painting on the ceiling, and all this gold and yellow all over the place as it just stretches far up into the sky.
Do we have the feeling that if we were to suddenly emerge from the black moats, we'd be like coming out of what would be to the people on top like black water? Like we would all of a sudden emerge into light?
I don't think like I would say that this is probably like 60 feet up from you.
Sure.
It wouldn't. I don't think it looks like there's. You could tell, like you would be able to tell from this angle, if like you got out, like you'd emerge from the darkness.
In a very obvious and proclaiming way, like, oh, hello.
Yeah.
Excuse us.
And so,
Just taking a bath.
and so,
black moats.
yeah. So I think we end up with I guess the path kind of continues all the way around, continues into the sewage. He says, I mean, like, I guess we could climb up if we wanted to. Honestly, we've never been this far.
Does the path incline or decline or stay the same?
It looks like it just continues to stay the same
Just
altitude.
kinda goes
but
around
it
the
just
hole?
kind of goes around. Yeah.
Just keep going.
Well, does it go around and like we think it's going to go around and around back to where we started?
Let me think. Let me draw this out real quick.
Who had the grappling hook? That seemed to work last time.
What was a grappling hook?
The hook, the thing that the hook. Didn't he have some sort of hook that he hooked the rafters?
It looks like it goes left
no, we
and
just
right.
threw a rope over.
Oh, that's right.
It looks like it goes left and right. Eventually, would reach a crossroads where it goes left and right, and he says, "I don't know. Like I said, we don't usually go this far off into the temple's directions. We can split off a little bit. You guys want to wait here?" And the two scouts go off, one left and one right, and after about a minute or two, they slowly come back, and main one says, let's give him a name. His name is Defari. And so Defari comes up and he says, I don't, it looks like it goes around and connects with the rest of the, looks like it goes under the locations of the barracks around. It looks like it just kind of circles around and the water drains from all of those locations, but I think our only way up is through that hole.
Oh, what's the walls aren't manufactured correctly, like
Right.
correct there. It's like raw.
Dirt or stone?
It's like both. Like there's like large rocks that are kind of embedded into the sides.
I mean, does it look like we could potentially climb it?
Yeah, you could probably you would definitely be able to climb it with some checks.
With what checks?
Why don't we tie around
Athletics.
Yeah.
All right.
Akira and then
I jump
take
on
the rope
Tempo's
up.
back.
Yeah.
No checks for me.
All right.
Are we going to connect
Arm up.
ourselves or just let ourselves go?
I mean, I'm pretty good at climbing.
So how do you guys want to do this? What would be the marching order?
Tembo first. Kira on his
Kira on his
back.
back.
I'm not good at climbing with people on my back.
I weigh 40 pounds.
It's true. It's nothing. I would go to, not below, but to the side of Tembo to make sure that I'm not, if he does lose his grip, not going to become
Okay.
red meat.
And then I'll be on Tembo's other side.
And Rodan,
Yeah, and Rodan will just be under.
Can just
under
turn into
Tempo.
a spider. or
Yeah,
something
turn into
and
something
climb
and
up.
fly.
yeah, he turned into a.
This is true. Well,
He
what-
can't
what
fly
would we
yet,
do?
but he could turn into
He'd probably turn into like I don't know, like we'll just say
squirrel.
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 Something
Uh,
that can
a
climb
cat,
really
no,
good.
squirrel.
Squirrel
Yeah,
would be
squirrel
really
He's
would
always
Go.
a cat.
Yeah, squirrel would be easy.
We'll say he's a squirrel then.
And he grabs onto Tempo. You could climb the whole way. But no.
Okay, so you guys start to climb up and give me dexterity
What?
Athletics.
or athletics.
I was just gonna say, if it's
I was
Dex,
gonna
I'm getting
say,
off your back.
I get, with people on my back and shit.
Yeah,
that should
dexterity
be-
or athletics, whatever.
Definitely
you
be
think would
strength.
Hey,
That's
we're
not
gonna
so
make
bad.
it, Tempo.
Athletics, that's a 19.
Okay.
I'm so confident in Timbo's abilities. I'm kind of like, yeah, Timbo, go.
Shut up.
I'm gonna use some luck for that one.
Remember,
Okay.
we're
Did you
trying
roll
to
one?
sneak,
No.
remember?
Yes.
11. I could use acrobatics.
Mhm.
13.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're letting us use acrobatics?
Yeah.
Oh, I could.
He scurries off of you.
Yeah. this is easy.
So
I'll deal with that.
you see, how do you guys do this?
Well,
How
when
do you
we
guys-
climb,
I'm trying
climb
to.
up.
I'm trying to like grabbing like rocks and stuff and pulling myself up, but I'm trying to actually do it quietly, like
Yeah, sure.
because
No,
we're clearly trying to
we
get
can-
up there.
Okay. We'll add a stealth roll on top of all this.
Alright.
I'll be the stuff.
Still high.
Yeah, that's still like it's a 16.
18.
Okay.
I think I have.
I have stealth? It's a thing.
No, I'm thinking that I have disadvantage on stuff because I'm in scale mail. Yeah. Ooh.
5.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Timbo, shut up.
Okay.
I got a
I'm
25
stealthily
on
holding
athletics
on.
checks, 13 on sneak.
Okay. All right. Cool. So squirrel. Very loud for some reason.
Oh my god.
Go ahead. Quit chewing while you go.
You can
Do
hear
it.
him like squeaking a little bit. Everybody can hear him squeaking a little bit.
Echoing
But it
through
sounds
the
like an
walls.
animal.
At least it
not-
sounds like an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And this was with an advantage and stuff, but I mean, there's some squeaking there. And it's like Rodin can't help it really. It's just this
He's so excited.
natural environment that he's in that he makes the sounds. So yeah, they you guys slowly start to climb up and how do you peek? What's the
Well, if
what's
I'm
the
on his
technique
back-
here? You see that the road the thick floor that goes around is actually a smooth opening. Like
It's
this
starting
was
to
an
open.
intentional.
I'm kind of like slow down.
Yeah.
And on his back, I'll kind of just climb and
Okay. Give me a perception check.
look over. That's 13.
Okay. And you see at an altar a man who's robed and has this tall hat and it's gold and embroidery. It's not even a black robe. It's just it seems to be shimmering in the light as there's like sconces all over in this temple that looks enormous. Like it just seems to go on both sides as you just kind of look back and around. There's these large buttresses and stuff as they kind of reach up far off into the ceiling, and like I said, paintings all over the place, and it looks like a lot of the paintings are just of Zurich.
Does this
Yeah.
person look like the paintings?
Yeah, you see this person who's actually kneeling
Away from me?
before another man.
Oh, damn.
You see him kneeling before a man, and two guards kind of off to the side,
Jesus.
and off to his side.
Are the
and
fighters with us?
Fighters are with you guys. And you look behind you at the front door. There are more guards back there.
Give us a count.
And the thing you see
Counts.
behind the guy that Zurich is kneeling before is cuddled around, kind of rolled up in a ball, taking a nap, is the creature you fought the night before.
Oh my.
The nameless, the
ticker?
faceless.
Does it look like it, or it is the one?
It is.
But it's that
It
size,
still has
it's
the
big.
stuff
It is
on
that
it?
size, yeah.
It looks like it's
And
like
it
a
looks
shimmer.
like it's just kind of curled up on
I mean,
the
it
floor.
should be totally wounded, right? Almost like
Yeah, almost like it
towards
would be
death,
wounded.
right?
And you see,
This boss fight's got lots of people.
so that's what you have laying before
So I
you.
got two guards, one on each side. I got him kneeling in front of him. What are the guards facing? Like,
They're actually kind of like
where's
not
this
in-
hole relative to where we are?
Literally in the center
Oh,
of
the center. Okay, so this is like where they throw bodies at the one.
Or the name, or the faceless one flies down.
Flies
Yeah.
down,
You would
yeah.
you would assume that the creature's kind of coming
Yeah,
in and
yeah,
out of
yeah,
here.
yeah. And
And like I said, you do hear definitely like or feel that wind blowing out. Like there is something that goes on down there.
okay, and so two guards, two in front, guards behind. How many guards behind me?
2. Yeah, so we'll just
And
say
then
2,
two.
2, and the
And then the thing is
Cyric-
behind those guards behind me.
Yeah.
Are all the doors shut in this room?
Yeah, it looks like it is so far.
All right. So I do, you know.
Don't forget to hold on.
He's got his like legs wrapped around my shoulders or something. And, like,
His butt is literally on your head as he's like reaching and peeking.
You
and
don't
whatever.
notice. It's
Um,
like a sack of potatoes.
He's
That
just
is
turning
what
his
you
head.
said.
yeah,
Like,
that's how I describe Kira. Yeah, sack of potatoes.
Oh my.
The man, I didn't even describe the man, though. The man that
Oh, yeah.
he is
Cirque's
kneeling
boss
before
or whatever.
Yeah.
is whom you presume to be the Crawling Chaos. You wouldn't know.
Does it look like the guy that?
The all
He looks like what Shiel described at that moment. Kind of like
Oh.
very tall,
The guy in
bulbous
your
head,
image.
very,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
sunken eyes a little bit.
Is there anything going on? Are they talking? Are they
It looks like, no, they're just like frozen in worship. And you feel like just even the air at this moment is worshiping this
I'm
man.
feeling a surprise attack. That's what I'm feeling.
Where are the rest of the troops right now? Like as we're all climbing
We'll say that you're probably 60 feet apart on each side.
up. So, but everybody's ready to spring into action at a
If people
relatively
started
similar.
just running up there, you would see something. I mean, yeah, I guess they would be about, like I said, 60 feet from each side.
Okay. But they're watching. We're all paying attention to each other. Okay.
Ready for the signal.
Ready
So-
for the
so
signal. If the
I'm
signal
like,
is a called
you know-
shot to the head,
I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? I'm like,
hey, you're not.
I
We
am
don't have time
going
to talk about it.
Literally, be like, we're going, you know, like, and I'm going to jump off of Timbo
That's the
and
signal.
rush Cyric
That's the
for
signal.
a surprise attack.
Okay. All right.
Oh shit.
We should roll
Initiative for the surprise round.
for initiative for the surprise round.
Okay.
At least it's a surprise round.
Yeah, that's a 9. Not the worst.
Ooh yeah, my advantage roll is even
Nice.
wasted. 7.
We got Arn.
I got a 12.
7, 9, 12, something high.
18.
Anybody? Okay, is anybody above 20?
No.
Okay.
Rodin. Is he fighting? Or the fighters? Anybody rolling for the fighters?
I will.
We're assuming that they don't get any initiative unless they can ignore surprise.
Okay, so 15 to 20?
18.
18? Anybody above 10 to 15?
12.
That is Arn. And then
Kira.
Kira after that.
And then
And then you. What did you roll?
7.
I got a 9.
And then Rodin.
And then our dude, where's our red shirts?
Gotta make it hard for them.
What about the scouts? Are they fighting?
The scouts versus the fighters.
Scouts
Scouts
like,
are down.
we're-
Like, we didn't even climb.
like,
They
we're
like
outta
pretended to
here.
start climbing. They're like, oh no, I can't make it.
We'll report back that you guys climbed up.
And if that's the last we saw
That's
of you,
all
that's
we
the
knew.
last we saw of
You
you.
show up, you show up.
Cronies. Nice.
There's a lot of initiative here.
Yeah.
And we've got 30 minutes.
All right, let's blow through
So
this.
let's fly through this as much as we can. All right, folks, let's kick into gear. What are we doing? Your surprise round, Embo.
So I'm gonna follow his lead after he jumps
Yeah.
out, and I'm gonna
So the
vault.
scene of Kira flying up in the sky.
Yeah, I just
and-
immediately vault out of the hole as well. Hold the sword. What is right in front of me?
Yeah.
Like, how can I get to the dude that's kneeling down?
Okay, so yeah, it's a 60-foot distance, so you can run and run.
Damn. Anybody within range? Like
No,
in
they're
close
all
range?
within. You're gonna have to spend.
Okay, then I won't pull out the sword. I will.
Well, I mean, it is your like your surprise round. You're right there. Now you could throw things. You could do some other things. if you
Oh,
want
that's
to.
a good idea. I will throw a hand axe into the back of the dude that's kneeling.
Okay. So you jump up, you run like 30 feet forward, and then just like in the same momentum, just throw this hand axe as it just like, all right, give me a roll.
All right.
Do it.
Oh no!
At least
Hold
it's
on, let me
hand
get
axe.
some small dice. There we go. Boom.
That's a 9 to hit.
On this guy
I get advantage, and it's a crit.
does not.
Well,
Really
guess
not
what?
bad.
I'm level 5, so I get a second attack. So I'm gonna throw another hand axe.
All right.
No, that's not a much better.
Oh, Timbo's
That's a
on
12.
12 is not good enough. So these two axes,
Dr.
right
Kill
and
by
the left and
Death,
to the
help us
right.
out.
And here's the thing, he almost still does not react
Ooh.
at all.
Interesting.
Damn.
Okay,
He's just ready to do it.
Arn.
Arn.
So.
Oh, we're frozen. We're frozen.
Did we freeze again?
Oh yeah, you are.
Oh my gosh.
All
Alright, hold on. Technical difficulties. Wow. This will not happen next time.
Hopefully.
I will work on this
love our
100%
eyes.
of the time.
I'm beautiful.
I will make
So
this
is-
go away. I mean, like, our audio doesn't go away, so that's still good, but it's still
Yeah,
annoying
the audio is
this
good.
even a thing.
Can we not redeem gold now? Yeah, we can redeem. We do
If it's working.
redeem, and then the item name.
Yeah, Bane
Yeah.
redeemed the item, and so here I'll just do. Let's see, items. I don't know why that thing is not reacting at all. Click the link to the store, and you'd be able to redeem it from there. Actually, and
Yeah,
if that
see
does
if
not
I-
work, let us know. Type it in chat, and then we'll make it
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, with the dice came up, you can't see them if they're doing that.
Oh, there'll be
We're
notifications.
looking,
I
yeah.
fixed the notifications.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, so
Alright.
It's me. How many people can I line up within 100-foot range? Within like 5 feet width? Like, how many enemies without getting any allies in the way?
let me think about this. So the way it is you got two people side by side on a door behind you.
Yeah.
Ahead of you, where Sirik is at, you see two guys that are kind of like each, we'll say 10 feet off to the side of this like altar, and the guy Sirik who's kneeling at the altar with this person ahead on the altar throne, and beyond that is the creature. So I think your direct line of sight would be Sirik, the boss, and the monster.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt. Arn's gonna like draw deep within him and kind of tap into that that place that he doesn't like to, but it's for his family, so he's gonna cast a Lightning Bolt, which is a Dex save throw
Okay.
for them, and the DC is gonna be 15.
$15?
Yep.
Okay. They take half damage, right? If they
Yeah.
If they
succeed. All right, roll the damage, and I would say the creature takes the brunt of the damage. It seems like the first two seem to really kind of resist the feeling of this lightning, but they take the like your lightning bolt was almost like a couple feet off, but they still take some of the damage from it.
Okay. So this was gonna be. Hold on. Let me keep track here.
I guess there's no way to reboot the bot right away. But I don't know. Too dangerous to click things.
Yeah. It's very fragile.
I don't know why. It's so weird.
Yeah, people have tried to do bang
35 damage.
45?
35.
Dang.
35.
Oh, 35. Oh, yeah, I was gonna
Only
say, dang, man.
35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so
That's a good
like I said,
roll.
it kind of goes through, it like hits the arm a little bit from Sirik and the man. But it really hits true on the creature.
Yeah, and so he's gonna bring up his that was with his right hand, and he's gonna kind of yell out and bring out his left hand and use Twin Spell to cast it again.
Nice. Nice. I like it. Roll it.
Yeah, they still have to do that save.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we've seen Arn do that before.
No.
Yeah,
This
you
bolts of
have
lightning
not
just
seen-
flash right past you.
You messed with his
What
family.
Ooh. And you know, contrary to like the damage that's being done on the creature, contrary to like how when Tembo was slicing at the creature, like it was almost ineffective. These lightning bolts are like hitting true. The other two guys seem to really kind of resist it a little bit.
It is 35 again, actually.
Nice.
Perfect.
Do we see
Makes
if
it easier for math.
if the master, we'll call him, is he being affected at all by any of it?
You see, almost like
Mage
the
armor sort of?
air
Like, zzz.
is obeying him right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, Kira.
So, because the enemy has not taken a turn in combat,
Yep.
I get Assassinate, which gives me advantage. So I'm going to roll that guy. With my short bow, that's going to be 17 a hit.
Okay.
This is on Cyric. This is on Cyric.
17 will hit.
So I'm going to Cyric, and I have what did I show you? Oh yeah, Assassinate gives me a critical hit on any hit for an enemy who is surprised.
Okay.
So
Dang. Yeah.
and because I have advantage, I get sneak attack. So I'm going to do 4d6, and then what's the crit reroll for that one?
One more d6.
One of the d6. Okay, so let me
Yeah.
do 5d6.
Right.
All right, but I got.
You get crit. You get sneak attack on crit.
Oh, doubles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I get 2 sneak attacks?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
So you just roll 8 die. Right?
Yeah. So whatever your normal would be, you roll twice that.
Jesus. All right, let me just do d6s here.
This
Cyric is going down.
boss fight's gonna be over in.
Yes.
Oh wait, I got one more.
Oh my
Do you
god.
need more? I got tons right
No,
here.
I got a bunch too. I just got to find it.
Come on, we're on a time crunch.
I know.
It's
Come on,
exciting.
give me a d6.
I've got a
It's
couple.
okay. I'm looking up my spells right now. Thanks to D&D Beyond, I can just search for it and I can get all the stuff right now.
Nice.
All right.
Are they a sponsor?
10, 20, 28, 29, 30, 31, plus
Jeez.
plus 3,
34.
34.
Give me that one.
And then I'm going to use a bonus action to kind of just jump down back, kind of just holding on to the thing to kind of like do a little hide action down in
Okay.
there.
Okay. That's pretty good. You hit him true in the back. And when you do, there is still 0 reaction to his body, as he is just frozen in place at this moment.
But is there blood or is there?
0.
Yeah, well, there's blood that like sprays out. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
like,
good.
So he's just
he's not a dead
he's like
body. he's
enthralled.
frozen.
No, yeah, this is like how he was saying, like,
They just get to the point where they're enthralled, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna move.
Okay. So, Gert.
All right, so based on I roll up onto the ground
Okay.
into a kneeling position, pull the bow out, knock, and fire at what does the tickler looks hurt by the lightning?
Yeah, it looks like it wakes up. It's actually not enthralled at all. Like it's at this point
I think
already
you leave
looking.
that thing to Arn because he's actually effective against it.
Yeah, that lightning damage was kicking his butt. Take out the crawling chaos.
Well, I'll aim for the master then. I'm gonna
The
use
master or Cyric?
Or Cyric, yeah.
No, the master.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
kind of wondering if I should have gone after him.
In the hopes that I do something to it. So I'm gonna use Hunter Strike, Sharpshooter, and Initiative, and whatever the Ranger thing is. Advantage on things.
All right,
so
yeah, roll it.
I'm gonna use it all, Seer. And then if I need to, I'll use a superiority die if I feel like I can't get it. 20! Hey,
Is that a
hey!
nat 20?
Nat 20.
Dang. All right, yeah, you hit true.
And because I used Hunter Strike, I get max damage, period.
Yep.
Nice.
So, so that's plus 10 for the sharpshooter, and then plus 8 for the damage. Did it have anything for? Did it have any hit points lost? Was it hurt at all, or is
What was the total? 20? Or something?
My question is, did the creature have any damage prior to this?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, then you
the
get
master.
Colossus.
The master.
Yeah, the master did take some damage from the lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll get another 8. So that's 16 plus 10 is 26 plus 3.
All right, so
So 29.
All right.
Jeez.
And then I do my second attack.
Okay.
And I can't do the Dari Hunter, but I will do the exact same thing. Ooh, go ahead and sharps. Well, it's
Oh,
advantage.
yeah, that's true.
So, come on, let me. This, so it's 12 plus 8 is 20
Okay.
to hit.
20 hits.
Okay. And I have to roll die to. Actually, sorry. 15, because I did. Does 15 hit?
15 does not.
Okay. Yeah, I did sharpshooter, so.
Okay.
And then I guess my move action was to get up, roll up, and do that. Fire twice, and so I'll save my reactions a bonus. I'll be fine.
Okay. After that,
monsters.
Rodan. What do I make Rodan do?
Those monsters.
He's a squirrel.
I mean, this is still a surprise, apparently.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Apparently.
This is still
You're
surprising.
right.
Rodin's
I
a
forgot.
squirrel, too.
Rodan is a squirrel, which I feel like I wasted his change animal at this point.
He's got another one.
Yeah, he's got one more.
No, go crawl claw their faces,
he screws these up, and so the other environment that I'll add in is that there's like plenty of seats and pews and stuff like that kind of look up, and we'll say that Rodan kind of changes out of form and hides behind a pew off to the distance and fires a
produce
fire
sphere.
flaming
He loves
flaming
flaming sphere.
and he says fuego. And yeah, we'll hit Sirik, and I believe those are 2d8 at this
2d6.
point. 2d6.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can-
No,
yeah.
they're d8s, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, aren't
I'll
they?
take it.
Not d6s.
I mean, Cerulean
I'll
didn't have
leave it to
flaming
the,
spear or anything.
To the rules lawyer over here. Okay, cool. And it hits the back, and it sizzles your arrow right off.
Man, that guy's dying.
Okay. So yeah, he's taking some pretty good damage. The cronies, I will say, all kind of pop out, and some of them split off to the people in the back, and the other two cronies kind of go off into the guards to the side.
So
They
they're
spend
all
their
kind
turn
of
doing
holding
that.
them.
All right, Tembo, it is time for go.
Let's see. Oh, hang on.
It's go time.
Oh, no. Ah. Run away.
The system works.
The system works. I had to go to the redeem page and actually
Okay,
hit
so it
it.
does work at the
okay.
redeem page. All right,
Wait,
that's
yes.
cool. That's good.
Yes, I just bought myself a crit. So I am going to rush forward, and I'm going to use my Great Weapon Master to take a -5 on a crit, which automatically succeeds
Okay.
to gain +10 on the damage.
Who are you hitting? Sarah?
I'm gonna take out Sirik on this. I think, hopefully.
I think Tembo got jealous of all of our dice.
I am.
rolls.
So that's
wanna
not
roll.
that much.
Not that much.
So 6,
29 is the
11,
low bar here.
12, 22 plus 3, so 25
Plus
for
3.
that one. He is
on our level.
So the guy that's kneeling down, is that considered prone?
He is. I wouldn't say he's prone. Prone would almost be.
But
yeah.
he's not moving. He's not reacting.
I would say he's immune to prone at this moment anyway.
Okay.
Because he cannot be moved.
Well, no, I'm just wondering if he's already.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say he's prone. He's just,
Okay.
he's just on a knee.
All right, so then I'm gonna use my second attack to hit him, or try to, and that's gonna be a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
No. Okay.
Does it hit but sort of deflect off? Like there's like something weird in the way, or is it actually just?
That was max damage.
I would say that. No, I would say that with this attack, which you would have run up to them at this point,
I
right?
did.
Yeah, we'll say the air just kind of deflects it.
Okay.
So there might be magical means
Yeah.
or something in the round
Yeah.
that's causing them to be protected. Okay.
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 And I'm gonna use my reaction to parry using Blade Master. And
Okay.
so that increases my AC by 1.
Okay. All right, sweet. So Arn, what do we got?
Okay, so
A lightning bolt would, I would say tempo is in the way if you do another lightning bolt. Whether or not
I
you do it or
can't
not.
do it anymore.
Good to know.
So how is that the creature in the back looking?
The creature in the back is looking okay. It looks like you burned it pretty good, but it's doing okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Potent Lore, which is like a Primeval Fool thing, which lets me call upon this the entity through which I get my powers to increase the next spell level by 2, and I'm gonna cast a Chromatic Orb.
Nice.
With lightning damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it works, change it.
Let's go ahead and do this.
If at first you don't succeed, redefine success.
Yeah, that's
I'm just gonna scream at him. He's like 50 feet in front of me. That doesn't apply here.
20
20 does hit.
Okay.
You're doing
So,
well.
I'm gonna do Michael's credit.
I'm not gonna spend my gold on you.
Dang it.
1 second, sorry. It'll look up like what
Chromatic
does.
Orb, I believe,
It's-
is a 3d6.
3d8.
yeah, with like at the higher levels. I just want to make sure that's
Oh, at the higher
Yeah, it's
level,
a
you get
1d.
extra
It's an
one.
extra 1d8 per level.
yeah,
Is it
1d8,
1d8?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm getting my dice mixed up on these things.
Yeah, so 3d8.
So it should be 5d8.
Yeah, so I'm using a level 2 slot, so it's going to be 3 base and then 2 extra, so it's going to be 5 in total.
Okay. Dang, dude. You can only use Potent Lore like once, right?
I can only use it once, then I have to rest, yeah.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
You got 10 minutes.
And then one more.
Yeah, Stream Elements is down. It's super disappointing. Everything's broken right now, so don't.
15 damage.
Still moving.
15 on the creature.
Yep.
Yeah, that Chromatic Orb lands true as it blows another lightning bolt right past you. This orb of light, and it strikes him. The creature at that
so
point.
for
reacts
flavor, I
like
kind of just clap my hands, and the residual electricity from the lightning bolts like shoots out this orb.
Nice. And it lands true, and it does some pretty good damage on it. You can tell that the damage is effective. All right, Kira.
Yeah, so Kira gets another assassinate because the enemy hasn't taken a turn yet, right? So I'm gonna still focus on Cyric. Go for another short bow. I'm gonna kind of pop out of the little thing and do another short bow attack.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
There it is. Another one.
Another one.
Short bow on Cyric.
Yep.
Okay.
Another 8.
Oh,
Alrighty. We got
Yes.
10. We got 20. We got
30.
34.
Plus
37. 37 on Cyric. And instead of jumping down into the hole, I'm gonna like find. Is Timbo near me?
I'm
Tempo
up
is 60
directly
feet ahead of
behind
They
Sarah.
were directly behind
Yeah,
Cyric?
so you like shot it like in between my arm.
Yeah. Is Gert near me?
I'm off to your side.
Yeah,
a
he's
little
up to
bit.
the side.
I'm gonna run and hide behind Gert.
I'm kneeling, but okay.
No, I am hiding. I'm only 3 feet tall. I am just like up against your back.
I just say,
Okay.
Hi,
Garrett,
Kira.
what do you got?
What are you doing?
oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. All right, so just no reaction from anybody. Faceless is starting to shimmy.
Faceless is the only one that doesn't seem to be kind of under the
All right.
control.
I'm just gonna go for an attack on the master then.
Okay.
Once again. Do I do sharpshooter or not? A -5 might be bad at this point.
See if you can hit him and then decide.
Can you do that after effect?
No, I'm saying once you hit him, identify, okay, well, that was a high number or a
Well,
low
15
number.
didn't hit him.
Okay, then you might not want to take a -5.
Because I only get a +3 then.
Mhm.
Alright, we'll do it regular. Ah, so 15, so that doesn't hit.
15 does not.
Second attack,
Okay.
same target.
Oh, there you go.
25.
25 does hit.
But for only 4.
Okay.
4 damage.
So you do see the creature, the person who's at the altar stands up.
Sirik or the master?
The master. And he kind of looks over the scenery and finally has this chance to react, but is almost giving like zero attention to each of these arrows that are hitting him, as the damage itself is just kind of like not a big deal. As you can see, the holes start to kind of self-heal a little bit, and you see him kind of reach out his hands, and you hear the two guards in the back and the two that are near him kind of start to kind of awake and arise, and they pull out their weapons and immediately engage into the your cronies. And in that, he also gets Sirik, and you see him rise him up and has him turn around, and this column of fire 40 feet wide erupts from beneath you, Kira, Rodan, and some of the people in the back. As this column of fire erupts. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Am I in this?
Oh yeah, you would be in this, yeah.
Okay.
I ran forward.
That is a 19.
You got
19
14.
succeeds. 14 fails. 10 fails. As this fire just erupts and the pews have just been like incinerated, you take 24 fire damage.
So I'm gonna do a. So I get half that.
You get half of that, right?
I'm gonna do uncanny dodge.
Okay, and you
take
just
half of that.
So you're able to like kind of move out of the way briefly. There's just part of fire that just doesn't seem to really kind of take effect, or doesn't really go there. And the master notices this as he looks in your direction now. And he calls out and he says, I half expected my men to find you. I didn't think you would be foolish enough to come directly to me.
Well, yeah, we're pretty foolish.
He who takes no chances wins nothing.
Ow!
Actually, Tempo, I would say this. Now that you're close enough to see him, this is the same man who was your slaver.
Oh, well, it's on now.
And he...
Oh, the boy's father? Okay.
And so Rodan... I forgot to...
So this isn't the Crawling
Wait.
Chaos then.
Yeah.
Or it could have been.
Wait, so this wouldn't this be Nathy's dad then?
Maybe?
'Cause
Well,
it wasn't Nathy.
yes, that was
yeah.
Nathy's father. Or adopted father.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
your camera froze again.
Oh my
Well, it's a good
God.
thing because we're about to end soon. We're going to continue the fight. I don't think we should continue on.
That's actually a pretty good place to.
And that's a good point because,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm just going to redo the camera so I can... Actually, what I'll do is we'll just
go to
end
you.
it. I'll just go to you. All right, and then we'll figure this out.
Flip the table.
Yeah,
just go to you, yeah.
all right, let's just cut to this. All right, folks. We're going to cut it quits because we can't get hardware to work. Let me move this overlay. Get that out of my face. Get this song out of my face. Get this music playing. Well, we're gonna end on an intense note. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We had a lot of issues today, and I have no idea why. It seems like everything went wrong. That could have went wrong. Blue screen of death on the computer. Restored that. Computer's freezing. Bots down. I don't understand. I worked literally hours on this all week and last week to get this thing to work, and I don't know what it is. That being said, We are a Dungeons & Dragons stream. We do every other Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and on the off Tuesdays we do a rerun. And somehow I'm gonna have to re-edit this video to make it look like it's somewhat seamless.
Like we never froze.
And,
at
I'll
all.
upload it to Twitch. I'll upload it to YouTube, and then we'll eventually get we'll get it all figured out. And hopefully we'll have somewhat of a good video. Stable video to show next time around. So I would say follow us on Twitter. My Twitter is Mort is Magical, and that's basically just me talking about things that are going on the stream or things that are going on where I'm going to be on other streams or whatever. And you know, that's the only real way to help support us is follow and do that. We're almost close to 50 followers, which hopefully will get us to a point where we could be affiliated, which is kind of the goal for the stream right now. And like many streamers, but luckily we've been able to have pretty good luck with viewership and stuff. So thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll see you next time. But yeah, I don't think there's any more announcements to make. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you guys next time.